Hey, ladies and gents, this your boy Corey Roby, the host of Always Lit Podcast. I want to thank y'all for dropping through, man, right about now. This podcast will be touching bases, man, on actual topics, man, hot topics, entertainment, classic topics, the ups and the downs, man. Again, if you're not subscribed to Always Lit Podcast, drop down in the comment section, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up and that notification bell so you'll know when Corey Roby is definitely gonna, drop another episode across your head, man. This is episode 1. Shout out to Kevin Gray for this topic right here. Again, this topic is on Uncle Luke. Was he blackballed? You know, shout out to all my podcasters, man, up out there, man. Yeah, let's get into this vid right here. Let Luke tell you, was he blackballed? Let's go.
Okay, let me break y'all down with some hip hop history. Gotta get my hat straight first.
Let's go.
Today is the day. 30 years ago, I went to jail for hip hop. 30 years ago. 30 fucking years ago.
Imagine that. 30 years ago today, he was getting drug off a stage, man. Droves of law was actually waiting on them to come off a stage so they can lock up everybody in the group. 30 years ago today, man. Imagine being able to reflect on that and actually go back and actually be able to think. And yeah, man, that's actually actual factual shit that was actually going on at that time right there, man. And the reason being is because he was actually going against the grain, man. Coming up with his own music, doing what he actually wanted to do, man. In actuality, the industry is controlled, man. You know what I'm saying? They kind of really want you to do what they want you to do. Luke really wasn't hearing that shit. So again, man, salute to Uncle Luke, man. Uncle Luke Skywalker, man. Quick little story, man. Luke was the first MC. Yeah, man, the first MC, man, that I actually, when I heard the Luke Skywalker that actually dropped, man, yeah, man, he had that pop that, yeah, man. If you know about Luke, man, you know what type of music he had up out there, man. Fun type music. Jump around, dance type shit, music for the females, of course. The females definitely loved Uncle Luke because shit. I mean, Uncle Luke, man, gave a lot of females theme songs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, those were the dances back in those days, right there, popping. So again, popping and moving. And Luke supplied the soundtrack to a lot of that right there. So yeah, man, a lot of things this guy don't actually done, man. That we don't actually know about. So again, that's another reason why we actually touching bases on was Luke blackballed from the industry. Again, yeah, man, he was the first one that, again, getting back to the story, he was the first one that we actually, when the song actually dropped, man, we jumped on the bus, man. Jumped on a bus, man, to actually go to the store and get the CD, man. This is before even Corey was even riding, man. You know what I'm saying? I can keep it funky with you, man. This is when Cole was on the bus, But I wanted the CD so bad after I actually heard the actually couple of bangers that was on it. Yeah, man, I had to have a CD that day, man. And yeah, man, of course I could have got a ride if I actually waited on it, but man, I didn't want to wait. You know what I'm saying? That's how the music was back then, man. You couldn't wait to get to the wherever you were actually going, man, to actually purchase a CD, man. A lot of us, man, couldn't purchase them, man. Hell, we had to actually catch one of the radio stations that was DJing at night and record the shit, man. I mean, that far back in the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. This is for a lot of this glitz and glamour type shit. Uncle Luke is before a lot of this glitz and glamour type shit. A lot of this family fake, you know what I'm saying? A lot of this persona type shit, man. Again, let's get back to Luke, though. Let's go.
I went to jail. Tell you a little story. Because a lot of people get on here and go to talking about the little hip-hop stories and hip-hop this, who's the greatest rapper, who's the greatest this, who gets these accolades, who are this and who's that, and all that, and my friend is this guy, and the executives and all that. None of them motherfuckers came to my aid. Just so you know. None of them. Not one. We were fighting, and let me tell you how this thing went down. My record was deemed obscene in a federal court. Our record, 2 Live Crew. Judge Gonzalez, obscene. We lost the case.
Now, again, let's just touch bases on for my viewers, man. That's not probably old enough to actually even know what Luke even sounded like. Luke was banned because Luke, man, was pushing the envelope, man. You know, Luke had that pop, get it, you know, coochie, yeah, man. He was doing his thing, you know what I'm saying, with the high tempo beats behind of his tracks, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, the dancers was popping, moving, yeah, man, and a whole lot of other dances that you see up out here right about now. You know, what's new up under the sun? It ain't nothing new up under the sun, man. So yeah, man, Luke was one of the first ones to provide, man, soundtracks to that type of dancing right there, man. And they didn't actually want that to actually transpire right there, man. That was a little bit too, and they quote too raunchy, you know. That was too raunchy for them, you know what I'm saying? When that was our culture, you know. That's how we actually, from day to day, actually seen, you know what I'm saying, the young females dance, you know what I'm saying, even to, you know what I'm saying, the young bulls dancing, you know what I'm saying. I mean, you know, again, they wasn't deep in our culture. They didn't really know our culture like that, man. So they felt like that shit was just disrespectful, and it was like, yeah, man, everybody wanted to hear that shit at that time, right there, man. You know, he was a wave. You know, I got a shout out to NWA, same, sort of like the same type of group, man. You know what I'm saying? That went through a whole lot of hell, man. You know, to for MCs to be able to do and say what they want to do right about now, man. Yeah, let's get back to Luke though. Let's go.
I paid for that shit. Nobody came. Nobody came, made no donations. Nobody, no Russell Simmons, no Leo Coins, nobody came and say, hey, look, Luke, we want to put money into the defense of this because we know if you lose this case, it will set precedent that nobody else can say explicit lyrics on the record.
Think about that. He just mentioned nothing but all big wigs, you know, the fabric of hip hop, you know, been a part of hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying? Russell Simmons, the Leo Coins, man. You know, you hear those names are infamous when it comes to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You can't even mention hip hop without mentioning those names right there. You got to think to yourself, why didn't they actually come to Luke defense, man? You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't have actually been nothing for him to actually do. You know, again, they were elites even then, you know. So it wouldn't have been nothing for him to actually knock something off the table, man, and put Uncle Luke a defense team together, man, and the stakes that was actually riding on this. Again, if they actually banned Luke and found Luke to be guilty, then guess what, man? A lot of MCs behind him wouldn't have actually been able to do what they do or say what they say on tracks that we actually see and we love. Our favorite tracks is some of the raunchiest shit. Let's keep it real, you know. Yeah, man, let's keep it real now. Everything that everybody's singing and rapping about ain't just, you know, fairy tale type shit. You know, they really giving you actual factuals. I mean, you got the R&Bers, man. They literally just sing out, hitting you, yeah, man, right in your face. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so again, man, shout out to Luke. Let's get back to this vid though.
Nobody came. Matter of fact, they shitted on us. We would go do shows with the Fat Boys and Kid and Play and everybody, and they would walk off and they would go and leave before the show was over with. They were like really boycotting us because they didn't want no parts of us. But meanwhile, the Negroes from Miami get my record banned. Spent all that money, $500,000 for the first case. I could have just said, okay, fuck it. I'm out the door. I ain't getting ready to go to jail. It ain't about a life or death situation.
Facts. And we thank you for not actually taking that 500,000 or that million and saying, man, hell with this right here. This ain't worth all of this. I got into this to secure a bag, man, and yeah, man, do things I wanted to do. I didn't get into this shit to actually go to jail. But he knew the bigger picture, man. The bigger picture is, guess what? If they turned him, if they, you know what I'm saying, turned him down, man, again, man, yeah, you're gonna have MCs, man, that can't say nothing on the track. You know, again, man, they gonna be holding them to this formality, man, of yeah, man, if you say this or you say that, man, your CD is not gonna get no airplay, you know. So again, man, Luke went against that shit and won, you know. This is the one that you actually, this is one of the ones that you actually thank, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to actually putting it all on the line, man, and forefronting and shit, man. Let's go.
So the record gets banned. I go to my lawyer and say, fuck it. We gonna appeal it in federal court. And you know when you go to federal court, you don't win. We went and appealed it in federal court. Meanwhile, when they banned the record, I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go perform. Went to the Club Ventura in Hollywood, Florida. Sheriff Nick Navarro, he's dead right now. What did I do? I said, hey boys, I'm going to jail.
Tonight.
Y'all going with me? They say, yeah, fuck it, we'll go too. I said, the police is out there, they're gonna lock our ass up.
Imagine
we
that.
went out there, we performed, and I got my ass locked up. And that was for hip hop. Hip hop.
Key words, man. Did you hear what he said, man? That he didn't go to jail, man, because he was just doing something wrong. And yeah, man, he done that, man, in the law and the love of hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, if he wouldn't have done it, yeah, we wouldn't see a lot, we wouldn't hear a lot that we see and hear on these actual tracks that we getting right about now, man. They couldn't give us that actual factual, man. They'll have to candy coat shit to the point of, you know, you really wouldn't even want to hear it because you like, man, guess what, man? I know you can tell it a little slicker and better than that, you know, than you just actually told it, where I can relate to it, you know, and yeah, man, MC letting you know, man, I really can't give it to you the way that you want it, man. Is because the industry not gonna let me give it to you like that, man. You know what I'm saying? They gonna blackball me, shit. They gonna have my CDs and shit doing low numbers and shit like that. You know, now if I give it to you the way they want me to give it to you, then guess what, man? My shit gonna blow up. You know, so again, man, salute Luke. Let's get it.
Got my ass locked up for hip hop. When hip hop at the time was shitting on me, BET was shitting on me, the industry shitting on me until this day. I actually got blackballed from the music industry because we were doing what we were doing. And you would think they would have the...
You hear a lot of MCs, a lot of actors that use that word blackball. And then you hear a lot of pushback when you hear a lot of shit like, I ain't never seen that before. I ain't never heard of being blackballed before. Uncle Luke is letting you know that, guess what, man? We ain't gonna keep hearing this shit over 30 years. And there is no such thing as being blackballed, or there's no such thing as being shined upon. You know what I'm saying? Meaning where a certain group of individuals not effing with you. You know what I'm saying? They just not effing with you. It don't make no difference how hot you is, what you doing. They not effing with you because you're not confining. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You're not playing the game the way the game is supposed to be played, man. So again, if you ever thought that blackballing situation wasn't really real, this 30 years in the game right here, he has no reason to lie to you about blackballing and certain MCs, man, when they're not actually following that pattern, man. You know, yeah, man, the help is far in between. You know, let's get it.
The pleasure of coming back and saying, hey, we're sorry. Because at the end of the day, we were selling this shit out my trunk of my car. There wasn't no deal. It wasn't no It wasn't no production deal.
Cutting it.
No, it was going to the manufacturer, selling the record to the distributors selling the music to the record stores. That's how that shit went. So I be laughing when a whole bunch of these people talk about they got record companies, and I be like, okay, what form of record company do you have? There's a difference between a production deal, a distribution deal, and a real record company.
Hold up. Did you just hear it? Again, man? It's 30 years that we listening to right here, man. So on a whim and on a norm, man, they gonna drop game across your head because that's just what Uncle Luke do, man. Did you hear what he said, man? All deals are not the same. You know, he just named 3 different deals, man. You know, and all of them are different, man. I'm gonna let Luke actually go into breaking them down because I don't know actually too much about the different deals, but it just goes to show you when you actually see an MC and he say signed, man, you damn near have to go to do the DNA on his contract, man, to see what he actually signed to. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? It's trickery, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of trickery in that hip hop game, man. You know what I'm saying? And them contracts tell it all, man. You know, again, let's let Luke break it down for you.
I had to do that shit from the trunk of my car. First one and the only one in the South. First one, only one in the South. The South went to jail for this shit.
As a matter of fact, let's take that back just a little.
And I'll be like, okay, what form of record company do you have? There's a difference between a production deal, a distribution deal, and a real record company. I had to do that shit from the trunk of my car. First one and the only one in the South. First one, only one in the South. The South went to jail for this shit. Me.
That's why you went through so much, Uncle Luke.
This day. Don't get no credit for nothing. So I understand all this systemic racism and oppression and not giving the opportunity and not giving the credit where credit is due at.
We don't heard those words a lot as well, you know. Again, it doesn't, you know, that really is not that way. It's really not that way. You hear a lot of folks tell you, man, it's really not that way, man. There's no such thing as racism and things of that nature, man. And yeah, you almost look at them like an alien, like they not even from this world or something, you know what I'm saying? Because either they gotta have their blinders on or they just don't want to know. You know, it's to the point of that, man. We in our later years, man. You know what I'm saying? This ain't 20, 30 years ago, man. You know, if you can't really see it, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, you might need to close your mouth, man, and take those blinders off. You know, again, it's definitely there. You know, don't mean that it's supposed to stop you and deter you in any way, man. But definitely, man, just know that it's there. And that you got to prep yourself because yeah, man, you going to go through it to get to it just like everybody else. Let's get back.
That's why when people get on here, they go to talk about all their little heroes and shit in the music industry, especially in the hip-hop business. Ain't none of them motherfuckers came to no aid. Only person I could talk to about this here was Biggie and Tupac and Ice Cube. Biggie...
Shout out Biggie, Tupac, and Ice Cube. We definitely knew about a Cube, man. Cube been actually been on that fight, man. You know, since day one. You know, Cube always has been relentless. You know, even in NWA, man. You know what I'm saying? Cube had to actually leave NWA because he wasn't actually feeling. You know what I'm saying? What was actually going on? You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to take shit a whole different way. You know what I'm saying? But you know, yeah, man. The industry again. Shout out to Biggie and Tupac, man. R.I.P. You know, who knew? You know, of course, man. You know, we knew both of them was up top skill level MCs, man. Very smart. You know, again, gone too soon. Yeah, but yeah, man. That's big when Uncle Luke can tell you, man. Those were the only 3 MCs that he could actually even chop it up with about that topic that he talking about, man. Yeah, let's get back.
Tupac, Ice Cube. And then Goody Mob came along the way, and I would sit down and chop it up with them boys, Big Gip and all them, because they felt they felt that. And we would have those kind of conversations, man. Let's sit by the campfire. So, bruh, I'm telling y'all, I understand what these boys going at with this systemic racism and being blackballed from the business. Because I can tell you one thing right now. Ain't no Craig Cobbin, ain't no Leo Cohen, ain't no Jimmy Iovine, ain't none, none, I'm just keeping it 100. Ain't none of them boys got nothing on me. This business here is what I do. But unfortunately, I am
Who you
black.
are.
And unfortunately, I am not one of those sellout black guys that they've gave those kind of deals and those opportunities.
Luke said, I got 30 years in this shit, man. I don't need nobody to show me nothing. I just gave you the blueprint to one of the first South MCs, man, that was pressing, printing up, producing, yeah, man, coming out to Trump, man. Yeah, man, I just gave you the blueprint to something over 30 years ago, man. Why would I actually need y'all? I still know how to cut a dollar. I know how to actually do everything I need to do. I really don't need y'all like that. Now, of course, now we already know if I team up with y'all, my name I'll start hearing my name a little bit more. A lot of perks and industry perks and things of that nature start coming about, and yeah, man. But look like, man, guess what, man? We from this shit, man. We don't need all that. Yeah, man, we know how to secure a bag, though. That's one thing that we know how to do, man, over the 30 years, man, is secure a bag and stay out the way and not sell our soul about securing that bag. You know what I'm saying? So, again, man, salute, man. Nothing but gems in this actual vid right here. Again, shout out Kevin Gray for episode number one topic, was Luke's actual blackball, man. I would definitely say he was, again, because of what he was actually doing, again, if he hadn't did it, we wouldn't hear a lot of MCs, man, be able to say or even do what they do on actual tracks right now to this day, man. So again, man, salute to Uncle Luke, man. That's epic right there, that's to be commended right there. We should hear a lot more about Uncle Luke and him actually, again, man, not selling his soul, man, and sticking to his guns, man, and actually getting a lot of this shit approved, man, that we actually go through and we actually hear and we see on vids to this day. Yeah, man. Again, shout out Kevin Gray for episode one, the Always Lit podcast. I want to thank everybody for coming through ahead of time and like, comment, and subscribe and hit that thumbs up and that notification bell. Definitely tap in CR's reaction video, CR's World. Hit that thumbs up and that notification bell till episode two. We'll see you guys. Let's go.